So, the year, sometime in the future because I don't really know. The world in disarray. The nuclear fallout has happened.
It's happened. Right, okay, cool.
Spoilers, we're talking about Fallout.
We are.
Which is to say, Shannon loves it and knows it, and I've watched the TV show. So, obviously, spoilers for this episode. Spoilers for the entire show if you haven't watched it.
Fallout, yeah. Did you watch Fallout? Did you
So,
enjoy Fallout?
things I know about Fallout right off the get-go
Yeah.
is the TV show, which I absolutely loved and adored.
Yes. Can we talk about the TV show a little bit before we start talking about, like, Fallout as all-encompassing?
As a whole.
Yes.
Yeah, because I know the TV show, I don't really know the games. So I love the TV show. As someone that didn't know Fallout.
What did you love of the TV show? Did you go into Fallout completely blind then, not knowing anything about?
So, no, I know the premise of it. I know that it's a nuclear fallout.
Mm-hmm. Shock. Spoiler.
Spoilers.
Spoilers for the show. Bombs.
I know that it's got the whole retro futurism vibe.
Yes.
I know that the vaults are like cool, really weird, crazy experiments.
Spoiler.
Because that's kind of arguably what the only thing of Fallout that's really interested me. Like the wild stuff that goes on in the vaults and everything. I am aware of two whole characters, which is Robot Detective and Hancock.
You mean Nick Valentine?
And that's it. And also the dog.
Dog meat.
Yeah.
Dog meat the dog. Yeah, and the detective is Nick Valentine, who's the synth detective, yeah. And of course you know Hancock. Hancock is a ghoul. He is the mayor of Good Neighbour. I did his mission the other day. So because, obviously, as everybody, because it seems like the whole world has suddenly jumped on the Fallout train, which is, honestly, I think it's fantastic. So I went into the show having played Fallout 4, a tiny bit of Fallout 3, like, when it was out, so I can barely remember, and Fallout New Vegas, which I have a gripe with, and I've never finished it because of a game-breaking glitch that then just put me in a point where I was having a mood with it for literally ever. You know, I hold a grudge. So I went into the show knowing Fallout, knowing quite a bit about Fallout, and with no idea of how the show was going to be. I fully expected it to flop. I thought it was going to be absolutely awful. I was really surprised. I actually really enjoyed it. I thought the first episode was phenomenal. It was a 10 out of 10 episode. Start to finish. Pacing was fantastic. And yeah, we binged it in like 2 nights. I absolutely loved it.
Yeah, I did not expect it to be as good as it was. I didn't expect to like it. And I watched it in one sitting to the point where I was like, I should go to bed because it's the second day.
Which for you is impressive. It's like, I've been watching it now for 48 hours. I should probably get to bed.
I do have some notes on the TV show before we, like, delve in. So, obviously, spoilers for this episode. But in short, the ghoul used to be human. And when he was human, he wore a blue shirt. And then a whole nuclear fallout happens. 200 years pass. And he is still wearing that blue shirt. And I'm like, what is that shirt made of? And how bad does it smell?
Wasn't it Vault-Tec?
No, it was his cowboy shirt, I think. His blue cowboy shirt.
Yeah, but wasn't that made by...
Maybe, but whatever they're using in the fabric can last 200 years and honest to God must smell rancid. Because I don't think they're doing laundry well.
No, but I don't think as a ghoul he cares. Yeah, but oh, it'd be funny if I was a ghoul.
I mean, yeah, I just have a question.
Your skin's falling off, you know? Like, okay, my shirts are not very clean. Oh no, my face is falling off. I have no nose.
I am more okay with the fact that he is melting.
Than his shirt being dirty. Yeah, but the whole thing's a nuclear wasteland. They don't have working washing machines. That's not priority.
Yeah, okay. But here's the thing, right? If it's a nuclear wasteland and he is fine with being irradiated, he can do his laundry in that irradiated water.
Well, yeah, because it's not going to affect him because he's a ghoul.
I just feel everyone's got to have a stink.
He's over 200 years old. Of course he's going to stink.
I know, but like, just imagine going into like a Fallout town and just being accosted.
The whole place is going to stink, though. Like, if you think of the wasteland...
I'd be there like, we need some...
No one's got, like, proper baths and running showers and... No one has that. It's, like, back to having to figure out how to...
Make the effort, you know?
Yeah, but It's not priority. What? And also, if you've got water that's clean, you're not going to be bathing yourself in it because water that's clean is so rare to come across. You're not going to be wasting that by making sure your butt's clean when you're dying of thirst because every other water source is radiated. And if you're not a ghoul, you can't exactly take a bath in radiated water, or you'll then become one, right? Right. I know they made it different in the show compared to in the game as to how you become a super mutant. Not a super mutant, a ghoul.
So I don't know anything about super mutants, but ghoul, isn't that just like a high form of radiation and then you become a ghoul?
Yeah, but they changed it in the game, because wasn't the game... Not in the game, they changed it in the show compared to the game. Because didn't you say he took something?
I don't know, because I don't know the game lore. The dude that, like, the fake doctor just gets injected with a really high bit of irradiation, and then he's a ghoul.
And I don't think that's the right way.
I thought it was just a huge amount of radiation made you a ghoul. He did technically do his job. How to become a ghoul, Yahoo Answers, WikiHow, Step 1.
Yeah, you are. In the world of Fallout, ghouls are people who've been exposed to radiation but who haven't died. Instead, they become immortal, their skin becoming pockmarked and discoloured. Can you imagine your nose falling off?
I mean, it wouldn't be pleasant. I don't think it would just, like, pop off one day. I think it would be like a slow decay.
Like when someone catches syphilis. Like it slowly goes away. Yeah.
Yeah, kinda. Yeah, because there's nothing that really is the nose. But with that logic, the ears would also go. Do the ears go?
Yeah. From what I can see of this very big picture of a ghoul face, doesn't look like he's got many big ears, does it? I suppose you just turn into a irradiated, burnt corpse that walks around still.
Yeah, pretty much. That's what I understand from it.
I've always thought of ghouls as like zombies, which makes sense because obviously they become feral, or they can become feral.
I love them. I like their vibe. I think they look fun.
You like melty faces then?
Melty face. I just think they're good characters. So yeah, the Fallout series is very good. I really enjoyed the start. I was definitely like, oh, this is sus, this is sussy. Which I think it does a really good thing of setting that tone without really giving it away super obviously.
I really liked how the show was made really accessible, I think.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Because I didn't feel lost having no knowledge of any of it, so...
That is great. It's so good, though. Like, because it means that there's so many people that have just suddenly watched it. And now, because of that, there's so many people that are going, let's try these games then. Let's see what these games are like. And it's like, yes. Like, the number of sales for Fallout 4 has gone up by, like, 7,000% since the show came out.
Yeah.
Which is insane. But it's great.
I like that everyone I've talked to who previously knew Fallout is just loving the fact that other people are getting into it. I think that's like a really nice, positive thing.
It's such a good like series that's been around for so long, and I mean, there's games that I've never played on Fallout because they were just games that I wouldn't have played when I was younger. Do you know what I mean? It was a bit too much, but it doesn't matter because everyone just enjoys, I think, the world of it. There's obviously always going to be a couple that are like, this isn't right and this isn't me. No matter what, if you've got an adaptation, there's always going to be some that just aren't happy with the overall product, and that's okay. I was very chuffed. I was very happy with it. I like the fact that it's a game I really enjoy with an aesthetic and a world that I really like, and seeing it on the screen was great, especially because it was so colourful compared to,
yes.
No offence, Bethesda's actual game, because it's like...
Do agree. Bethesda's games are dirty and grey.
They are dirty, and I was playing Fallout 4 the other day, and I didn't see a super mutant that was shooting me because he just kind of blended in with the city somehow, and I was like, this guy's like foot above me, big green guy. Didn't see him because it is a bit muddy, but it's so good though.
The only thing you can discern in a Fallout game or any Bethesda game is the Fallout suit.
Yes, the vault suit. Because it's bright blue.
That's it. The rest fades into the same grey.
Basically, anything that's Vault Tech, you can see. But maybe that's the point. And also, in Fallout 4, spoilers, there are areas that are very colourful and very bright and very clean, but you have to go down certain routes to get to those areas.
I will say, TV show-wise, and we did kind of discuss this, spoilers, we did discuss this, the ending bit with her mum.
You mean the gay?
The gay.
The gay.
The gay, as we shall title it.
The vibe.
That was so Beautiful.
Heartbreaking, right? I was upset. I got sad about just when, what was her name, Lucy? When she found out everything, when she like finally completed the quest to find where her dad was, and the leader of the group.
I think the New Californian Republic.
Yeah, that's the one. The leader of them obviously telling her how, well, actually, you were here once. Like, your mum was going to move you here, like, out of the vault to... And then the fact that he dropped the nuke. Another one. Just to essentially spite his wife, by the sounds of it.
Because you see the wife, and you're like, oh, why is she still alive? And then at the end... you see her holding hands.
And you're like, oh, that's why. Like...
And you're like, ah, love.
Yeah, clearly he took back his daughter. What I took from it was he took back his daughter, nuked the place, she got hit, turned into a feral ghoul, and then clearly Mrs. couldn't, until it was done with, couldn't let it go. It's quite sad.
It is sad.
Very
and I
sad.
think they do it really well.
Yeah, because it's very subtle. None of it is, like, in your face at all, but it's, like, obviously...
It's obviously that she was a lesbian the entire time, and when she leaves this vault, and she was like...
Clearly she found better. She was like, oh...
You know, after she left the vault that taught her these things, and she was like, oh, wait a second.
They lied. Everything's a lie. And then suddenly she's like... Oh, she's so pretty. I'm going to move my daughter up. We're going to start a new life. Suddenly there's a nuclear bomb again in the city.
Toxic X, you know?
Very toxic. And it made me so sad because obviously it was Detective Cooper from Twin Peaks.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
He was the bad guy. And it made me sad because I love him, but he does such a good job. He's such a good dog.
He does a good job, though.
But I couldn't help but just keep being there and being like, Detective Cooper? Like...
Lucy's character arc was really good.
It was very much a hero's journey, wasn't it? Like...
It was a hero's journey, but it wasn't an annoying one. It wasn't like a, I'm gonna get better. It was a, I'm gonna get worse.
Yes, and it was very much a Fallout feel. It felt, watching it, like you were the character. Because obviously, every Fallout game you start as Vault Dweller, usually. The show kind of mimicked that whole thing of starting out in the vault, leaving the vault for a reason, usually. You know, to go get a dad. You go, you meet a companion, you meet another companion, you come across some enemies, you go do a side quest. You know what I mean? It felt like that as you were watching it, because you could see that that's what was going on with Lucy. She had this thing set in mind, and as she's on the path, other things are happening and causing distractions, and she's having to find different routes to get to the end goal. It's very much like that in the game. When you are playing it, it isn't a game that's very linear. You get lost.
I love a linear game, so I don't know if I will be able to play them, because I play a game for the story, and that's it.
You get lost in Fallout. I've barely done any of the story, and I've been back at it now for a week.
If you could, okay, I don't know all the factions and everything. I know, obviously, the Vault Dwellers, and then I know the robot people, the Brotherhood, or the Red...
Are we talking about Fallout 4? Because that's the one I know the most about.
Just in general, like, which faction would you choose to be in? Would you want to start in a vault yourself? Cause...
No, I wouldn't want to be in a vault. I would not want to be in a vault. There's like, no, in the games, there's like one maybe. There's very few vaults that are actually not absolutely terrifying. I would not want to be in a vault at all. Nah. It gets so much worse in the games. Like, what you see in the show is nothing compared to what happens in some of the vaults. I would not want to be a vault dweller. I wouldn't want to be anywhere, really.
Yeah, I mean, you're not going to actively be like, oh, I'd love to be in a nuclear fallout. But, like, if you had to pick...
So I have to pick a faction. I can't just be like, I'm going to go to this city and settle there. I have to pick a faction.
Yes. I'd pick the ghoul faction.
There isn't a ghoul faction.
I just made one.
You can't just make a faction.
I don't know the games. I'm allowed to do what I want.
No, you should have researched. You can't be like, oh, if you were going to ask questions like this, you can't all be like, oh, I'm just going to make my own thing. It's just going to be a me and Hancock group. That isn't how it works.
Actually, that's exactly how it works.
Because if that's how it works, it's just going to be me and Nick just cruising through the wasteland, doing detective things, okay? That's all it is going to be, because he's my buddy.
I do like that there's a detective in an apocalyptic world. Like, he found a niche.
A synth detective. He's not even, he's a robot detective, and he's amazing, but he's more than that, because he's actually got, like, the personality and the brain of a like, 1950s detective, like a real person. Like, he got put into a synth because of the Institute's bad.
The Institute, is that the one that the science doctor is?
I don't know. You're on about the show? Possibly. I don't know. They haven't made that clear. I'm on about Fallout 4. If I had to pick a faction, I'm currently doing the Railroad, which is the synth supporters, so the people that are trying to help get the synths out of kind of the indentured servitude of the Institute.
Oh, they sound good.
Yeah, they basically are trying to make it free for the synths, because the synths are essentially perfect copies of people, but they're made to do certain things. Do you know what I mean?
It's like free them, they have a soul.
Because they're sentient, essentially. So I'm going down the Railroad because I love robots, and robots are my buddies, and if I can help them and they're not going to kill me, I will do that. Also, I love Valentine.
That's a win-win. There wasn't any robots in the show, was there? Except for...
No synths, no.
Codsworth?
No, not Cogsworth. Mr. Handy? Is it Mr. Handy? That's what the thing's called, but Cogsworth is the one from Fallout 4.
Yeah, Cogsworth is the actual one.
Shameful. Where's Jordan? Get Jordan.
Yeah, go on. What are you angry at?
Hi, Jordan.
Okay, so many things.
Guess, dude, you good start. Jordan.
I have paused my... I've saved my Fallout 4 game so I can talk about Fallout.
So you're playing Fallout 4 at the minute as well?
Yes, because I've literally... This is the first day I've been able to play it because it's wanted so many updates. Because it had the big next-gen update and then it had a load of updates on everything.
Yeah, have you got the new missions that have come through? I haven't done any yet. I'm excited.
Me neither. I was weighing them up. Because I was surprised, because I didn't know you were going to get for, like, free missions.
Yeah, it's because they've sold so many copies. I think Bethesda are like, well, here you go, let's have new stuff. It's giving old fans a reason to go back, and obviously it's giving the new fans a reason to play because there's extra stuff.
Well, the one that got me psyched was there's one about the Enclave.
Haven't seen it, not yet.
Yeah, literally it just loaded up and it was like, oh, Enclave stuff. Ooh. So looking forward to that. I don't know how much stuff you'll get.
The show's pretty recent. Did they just have these missions sitting around, waiting for
Probably.
their grand resurgence?
The show was also made by Amazon and Bethesda, so they were probably like, well, we might as well monopolise on this. I mean, think about all the merch that's now coming out. Like it wasn't planned. Of course it was planned. Why wouldn't it?
So how far have we got?
So we're kind of on about which faction would you like to start in if you personally were in an actual Fallout?
I said no vault, not a vault.
No Vault, definitely.
No vault, not a good idea. I'm doing the Railroad at the minute.
I said I'd join the Ghoul faction.
There isn't a Ghoul faction that I know of.
Are we talking Fallout 4 or any Fallout game?
Any Fallout. Would it be the Fallout 76 faction?
Yeah, the Fallout 76 faction, definitely. That... I've not played Fallout 76, I will say. So in Fallout 4, I am a big fan of the Railroad and the Minutemen.
Minutemen, there's Preston though, he's so whiny. He doesn't do anything, does he? It's like, if you've got a minute, can you do anything, Preston? I don't know how he got them to Concord.
Honestly, yeah.
I suppose he didn't really. He lost most of them, didn't he? But
I like that it's the Minutemen and he says, "Have you got a minute?" That's fun.
I mean, I do like Brotherhood of Steel, but they're not very good. Like, if you were to be in that situation, I don't think I'd want to be.
Are they the robot mechs?
They're the ones that were
in
the
the
big power
show.
armor suits.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were in the show.
No, they seem bad.
Which is why I think if I could pick anyone, it'd be NCR.
New California Republic.
Oh, yeah, we're on about
Because-
that. That's what the woman is, yeah?
No one's perfect, but they seem to be doing it a bit better than the others.
They seem to be the best in the show. They're trying to get clean energy. They've made a whole city. That's the whole point, as far as I'm aware.
I joined the Kings from New Vegas. They're a group of Elvis impersonators in New Vegas. Just join the Kings.
Yes, absolutely brilliant team.
There's a group of Elvis impersonators?
Yes.
Yes, you didn't know.
So
No.
Luke's only just started playing New Vegas.
So I know New Vegas is very loved.
Yeah, big fan of the Kings.
Please explain to him the Kings. Like,
I don't really want to spoil it though. I want Luke to stumble across it naturally, and
Fallout 4 seems the prettiest one.
well, that's because it's the newest.
and it's literally just had a new gen update.
Going back to the show because I don't know the games. I enjoy that Lucy's going through this entire nuclear fallout in her Fallout suit still. Just bright blue in a sea of grey. not aware that she looks like an idiot.
When we were watching it, it was like, oh, look at that body. Why aren't you opening that trunk?
Trying to get all the collectibles.
Right? I was just there, just like, there's so much ammo she's leaving behind, but you can't really expect them to be like, oh yeah.
And the radiation poisoning is everywhere.
Yeah. I was waiting for some point for it to be like, oh, she's over encumbered, she can't run. Do you know what I mean? But no, we just have to deal with that. Lucy was fine.
So one of the things I wanted to say about Fallout, the show,
yep,
was because I absolutely loved it and big fan of the Fallout universe in general. I blasted through all the episodes, and then about 2 days later, you started watching it, I think.
Yes.
And so I was like, oh, you know what? I'll just sit and rewatch it, see if I still like it. And you pick up
after 2 days.
Well, no, you pick up things because obviously I knew how it ended, so I knew parts of the storyline that you didn't know at the time. Like, it was actually the NCR hitting the vault and stuff. But there's a moment where it's when Lucy goes into the supermarket that's full of drugs for the ghoul, when she's been traded in. And she comes out, and it's the first time that she's kind of like changed her look. She's got like the leather bandolier going on. And also, I'm pretty sure it's the first time she actually swears. So the whole time she's been going like, oh, fudge and things like that. And then like, I won't say what she does say, but it's the other F word that is not fudge. It's something that I didn't notice the first time round, but the second time round, she has this big kind of defining moment coming out of there, and she's become more of a wastelander at that point. You know, she's got more of the, like I say, she's got a bit more leather armour on, and she's actually turned a little bit.
Yeah, I was saying this to Luke that I liked how the show kind of really nicely mimicked what it is like playing a game of Fallout, because she does get so sidetracked. Like, it's, you know, she's in the vault, and then, oh, she's got to go rescue her dad, so she needs to leave the vault, but then she goes to this town, and then this happens, and then she needs to go here, and then she meets this companion, and then she goes here, and it's just like, it actually mimics kind of getting lost in the wasteland really well, I think, through Lucy. Like, you see how the game works.
Yes, I agree with you on that one. And the other bit I loved was just the vagueness of how a stim pack works. It's like, even in the show, they're just like, yep, you just stab it in and it does the job. Don't question it.
That's it. Don't question it. There is no question.
I enjoyed how they told all the different storylines, but not in a way in which you were annoyed that it wasn't getting back to a certain character.
I live for the Vault juice.
Was the Vault storyline your favourite?
Yeah, when I was there and I was... Well, not necessarily my favourite, but it was, I want to know how bad they're going to get on the first vault that we're going to know the secret for, because obviously this would be the first vault that the general public would know about, and the ones in the games are so much worse. So obviously when he was discovering the whole two vaults, you know, Vault 32 and Vault 31, that they weren't there anymore, or do you know what I mean? I was like, well, what is it then? Because I just wanted to see how dark it was going to go, because there are some vaults that go really dark. So it was like, can we get back to this, please? What is the plan here? I was happy though. I was content with what they chose. I feel like if they'd have gone with like the Vault of Gary's or something, it would have been a bit much. So.
Sorry, the Vault of Gary's, is that an actual thing?
One of the things I liked was when they showed the boardroom when they're all deciding just how evil they could be with the vaults.
I enjoyed that, yeah.
So I hope in season 2 they cover it a bit more. Because, like you say, some of them in the games get really dark.
They get so twisted, and it is just a case of, oh, we have essentially just people that can be our guinea pigs, really. And it's just like, well, what can we do? Some of the stuff that they do is just, it's a lot.
And they paid for the privilege of it.
Matthew Perry as Cogsworth was so good. Laszlo in a robot. I'd buy that robot.
Yes, Laszlo. Yeah, we loved that. Yeah, because we love What We Do in the Shadows. Yeah, it was great.
I'm simply going to harvest your organs.
I think he did a great job.
Yeah!
I really enjoyed the retrofuturism vibe of Fallout. And one of my favourite things, and it was a level of so unnecessary thing that they added, and that was the cars.
Yes. Okay.
So in the past, the car design is so there's like a car that's just a single person. So unnecessary, and it like half it opens up to get out, but the other car, it has pocket doors. The doors slide into the car. It was such an unnecessary design. They didn't need to add that. They could have had regular doors. It's like a 3-second scene.
It was fancier.
And they add this just extravagant retrofuturism, so unnecessary vibe that like existed in all the artwork, and it was amazing for me.
Yeah, it's like Mr. Handy. Think about how impractical of a robot Mr. Handy actually is. He's got to constantly levitate, through, like, petrol propulsion in the middle with all these arms. Wouldn't it be easier to just make him, like, an actual walking, smaller rolling robot? It's all necessarily over fancy. That's the point.
At some point, they chose vibage over efficiency, and I stand with that. It's not efficient.
Form
That's
over
the
functionality.
point. Yeah, form over functionality.
As it's actually
And
called,
you know
not vibage over efficiency.
Vibage over efficiency is the scientific term.
And then it all got nuclear blew up anyway. But then the cousin basically got baby trapped by the other woman when she lost her husband to the raiders.
She immediately seemed so much more evil as soon as she lost an eye.
She immediately was just like, I'm gonna dress you up in my dead husband's clothes, whose baby I am literally about to pop out, and I'm gonna jump your bones. Within seconds. She had no rest.
She started off as Morty, right? And then eye patch happened, she became evil Morty.
She became evil Morty. She became evil, thirsty Morty. That's what she did.
You got obsessed with the fact that the eye patch was like the same Vault Dweller blue or something?
Yes. Okay. So yes, actually, I paused the show to have a rant to Jordan about this. I forgot about it.
Yeah, I remember it. You were
So,
like...
in somewhere, in these 200 years of these vault suits surviving everything and somehow being available to every body type, shape, and size and everything, and, like, living through what I would say is just insane usage year after year, are, like, sustainable queens, really. But she gets an eye patch, and it's the same Vault Blue as a suit. And I have 5 questions about this. 1, did they just have a massive eye patches? Because you can't really reuse them for medical purposes. They're kind of like you can't give that to someone else later. So did they just have, like, a drawer full?
Maybe they took one of the suits from one of the corpses and made an eye patch out of it.
Well, exactly. Are they just refurbishing some fabric and stuff like that? But also, did you really need a blue eye patch? Like, did you need it to match the outfit? The priority is...
This is coming from you.
Again, it's vibage over efficiency.
Yeah, but you are literally the person that's like, if it doesn't vibe with the outfit, I'm not wearing it. Like, any of it.
And I think that carries on in the Fallout.
You'd have a blue Vault suit and you'd be like, yeah, I'm fine with, like, a pink eye patch. You'd do that. You wouldn't kick off and be like, excuse me, I demand you make me a blue one.
No, because it's blue and yellow, isn't it? What I'm saying is I'm agreeing with the vibe over efficiency. I like that at some point they have regular clothes as well, like cardigans. It's wild. They live in these vault suits, but they'll have, like, a bit of an accessory every now and then.
On about the clothes, what I thought was really cute was, you know how when she applied to get married, because they needed to obviously...
Yeah, the dress.
The dress with the writing of everybody that had got married in that dress, because obviously it had to be passed down and passed down. I thought that was really cute. I was like, that's a really nice...
Yeah, wild that it fit, though. This very tailored dress.
But still, it was cute.
This old satin that gets ruined, and I'm like, that is not going to wash out. I enjoy the vibage of everyone's outfits, I will say. Everyone is serving some looks at times. Though, ooh, the medical practices, I would say, not ideal.
Wait, you mean the special serum that made him...
When he loses his foot, and then they approximately apply jagged knives. I was like, that's gonna hurt. That's gonna smart a little.
He made it quite far, though.
Yeah, I mean, I'd personally, I'd be like, nah, I'm good.
Yeah, Fallout was great.
Fallout was great. It's wild that the furniture holds up. Anyway, Fallout. Jordan, anything else to say on Fallout?
Yeah, I don't know if you covered it already. The only thing I really wanted to mention was just how good the sets looked.
Yes!
The sets were so good.
With the town.
The town in particular, I was like, they don't actually spend that much time in the town and the effort that went into it.
Set design was really good. Set design was truly superb. I will say, I did like how the actual suits were kind of janky. You know, the power armor suits? Because they are janky in the game. So I like how they were actually kind of janky on the program as well. It was funny.
I like that he just had, like, some radiation begone juice. That was fun.
Radaway.
Radaway. Yeah, I love that it's called Radaway.
Yeah, that's literally what it's called.
I just think that's such a fun... That's such a good rebranding, you know? Like, oh, you've got radiation poisoning? Try Radaway. That's a good rebranding.
That's what it's called. It works. It's great.
There's another thing called irradiated blood. And on the packets, it always says not food.
Nice. You know what? That is vibage and efficiency right there. Fallout review, vibage and efficiency.
Literally, what more do you need?
So this has been the episode talking about Fallout. We've had Wi-Fi issues again, as always. I've been Luke. That's been Shannon.
Abby Shannon.
Head over to caffeineoutofminds.co.uk for all bonus content. Head over to the Caffeine Out of Minds Instagram for all updates. The Caffeine Out of Minds YouTube for fun animatics and everything. We've got Caffeine Out of Games, and there'll probably be a bit of a Fallout one soon. Links are all in the description. We have so many other projects. We have so many stuff. Check it out. Boom. Bye.
Bye-bye.
So guess what? Announcement.
What?
Surprise. So now every episode of Dude You Good has approximately a whole episode's worth of bloopers and bonus content. I'm not joking.
No way.
So yeah, we have every episode now gets a special release on the website, which is caffeineoutofminds.co.uk, where you can hear cool bloopers and outtakes and stuff we don't put in the main episode, and pretty much every episode has one now.
Yeah, because, as you know, it gets a bit chaotic.
So head over to caffeineoutofminds.co.uk for that, and here's a clip, because I'll probably put this at the end as a trailer.
That needs to be cut. That cannot be released.
Bloopers.
No.
Yes.
No, that's After Dark.
That's After Dark, is it?
Right, now that's an idea for an After Dark episode.